All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And today, I just would like to title this lesson, See Hip Talk. And pretty much it is clear and obvious on what it is, where the momentum is heading towards is, this digital system. And that one thing that's going to put it all together, that thing, man, the C hip, the charagma, which is becoming clear and obvious what it is. That's what it is. It's happening. And this just shows that we are at the end of this man's system. Because the Lord gave this man a certain time to rule, a certain period of time, but within that, it was a certain task that had to be carried out as well. Matter of fact, before we get into the article, let's grab this because, these other empires and nations, they had a time to rule, but within that, it was a certain purpose that was carried out as well. The Lord used the Egyptians. He set up the Egyptians. You can go and read how the Lord built them up. By the way of Joseph breaking down the dream and how they became a superpower. Just so the Lord could show his power, man. Certain things had happened during the Babylonian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire. Before they was moved out of the way. So how much more, the succession of kingdoms. It was a certain task. Within those number of years, they was ruling. As a matter of fact, let's get it. 2 Ezra 4:37. It says, by measure have we measured the times, and by number have we numbered the times. See? And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. See? That's why you go into the Ammonites, and the Lord told Abraham pretty much those Ammonites are going to be moved out the way after those, after 4 generations, because their iniquity that's when their iniquity was going to be fulfilled. That's when they were going to be moved out of the land. Another example, when you just look on a micro scale concerning the prophet Simeon in Luke the 2nd chapter, it tells you that pretty much he couldn't die till he seen Yahweh Shai when he was a child, man, a babe, man. So he lived those number of years. He tells he was an older man, but he wasn't gonna be able to die till that said measure was fulfilled, which is him seeing Yahweh Shai. But that's even on a big scale concerning kingdoms and empires. Before they're moved out of the way, there's a certain measure that has to be fulfilled. And with the so-called white man in this beast system in his time, that MOTB, that charagma has to be mandated, before he's moved out the way. That's when World War III, that destruction can take place. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. See, which is really the purpose of Yahweh Shemel Shai, but he does it through these different kingdoms and empires. Because you go into season, when you read Daniel the 2nd chapter, it tells you that the Lord changes the times and the seasons, but in the same line it says he removed kings and set up kings. So those are those different seasons. But it says those is for every time. It said, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Going to to Revelation the 6th chapter concerning that red horse. It says power was given to him to take peace from the earth. That's why you jot down on the same chapters. Verse 8, it says a time of love and a time of hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So that time of war and hate is played out under the watch of the so-called white man under his empire. And that peace and love is when, when Solomon ruled, which is our Lord Yahushua. When you read Psalm 72, but just going back, this just shows that we at the end of this, man. His measure is being filled. He's doing everything is according to schedule, man. So this is churchleaders.com, and it reads, after Russell Brand links Amazon's Palm payment system to MOTB. See, he didn't link it to Cesare's Bourgier or sleeping with white women or anything outside of that device that goes into your hand. Because ultimately, if it's anything outside of that device, pretty much we're damned. Oh, another thing they've been sparking up once again, that is your phone. That means somebody come out with that breakdown. That means you cutting yourself, you damning yourself, man. Christianity, we was all lost in the sauce at one point in time. And that's one thing you can't repent from. See, this one prophecy right here, you can't shoot from the hip, or you get a mulligan if you get it wrong. No, this is that one prophecy that you can't get wrong, because this will cost you your life. Because certain things Jake can be corrected on. Nigga found out that the so-called white man is Esau through his actions, and he might have to feel the effects of it. But the charagma, if you take that, ain't no going back to the drawing board and saying it is, but it's too late. You got it, So it says new biometric payment systems such as Amazon One are being marketed as customer convenience tools. See, and that's how they, especially for these Americans, convenience. Once that their ears tingle, they hear that. But some people warn the tech, and you see it's a biometric system, payment system. So you paying with yourself. You ain't gotta pull out a wallet or even your phone. It's in your hand now. You the wallet, you your Social Security card. You gonna be your you gonna have your doctor records and all that shit on that thing, man. It says, but some people warn the technology poses significant threats to privacy and freedom. Yeah. Because in this devil and his warped mind, this is really an act of desperation for him to keep his head above water. I said he dig up a pit, keep everybody in this system, bound, But as Christian says, oppression shall not rise a second time. It says, after Russell Brand is among those sounding alarms about Amazon One, and now offered in Whole Foods stores in several states, in a YouTube video titled "It's Happening," the comedian warns about the nefarious nature of big tech, saying bye-bye freedom. Let's see. Let me jump down. It says in his video, Russell Brand warns that consumers have been drugged with convenience, and don't realize the concept of liberty is at stake. And yeah, these Americans have been drugged with convenience. That's why this is the most obese country. The sorriness of these damn Americans, man. It says he also suggests Amazon One is sinister. It's not like it says literally in the Bible that the MOTB will be rendered in the palm of your hand or anything like that, says Brand. Don't worry, just walk face first into Armageddon without questioning it. It's convenient having an apocalypse, see? So you see how he's being sarcastic, because why you even bringing it up? See, you ain't got no choice but to talk about it now. You got to consider this now, because this is where it's heading towards, man. Let's see. It says Brand points to Amazon relationships with the police state and government, saying the company has been guilty of handing over data without consent before. Devices such as Alexa personal assistants, Ring doorbell cameras, and now iRobot vacuums collect information, some of which have been shared with law enforcement. And guess what? And you're going to be connected to all those things via that Karagma. The thing. It says mocking the palm payment system. Brand says just give all your data to Amazon and let them give that data to whomever they want. Just wave your hand. The author warned that the company might start tracking your political beliefs or even develop a social credit score. He asked viewers, "You're not interested in controlling your own life, are you?" And you see how this devil, how he words shit, because they threw out, the comedian said, and mocking the payment system like he just joking about this shit. But that's what it is, man. This is reality. Like he said, he titled the video, bear with me. The video title is happening. Of course, man. Let's get, you already know, Revelation 13 and 16, it reads, and he calls of all. And that word calls of goes into an ordinance. Meaning what? This devil gonna put it on paper, man. It's gonna be put on wax. This is gonna be a decree. You're gonna hear it on your news stations. You're gonna hear it on you're gonna get a notification from your news apps. Just like how in Daniel the 3rd chapter tells you that Harold cried aloud to you, old people. It was commanded to bow down to the image. Well, it's no different today. This is going to be an ordinance. It said he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See? And Karama is going to be an actual implant. Is actually going, you want to be penetrated, literally. You're going to literally, be penetrated by the way of that thing. Now, you got the it goes in your hand, then you got the Neuralink, it goes into your forehead, and he gonna pitch it by the way of these different false miracles. Now you can walk now, or you can see, you can move your limbs and crazy shit to pitch it to you to get it. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. See, so ultimately that's what it's going to come down to. For you ultimately to continue and abide in this system, you got to have that thing. And there was a prelude to it, by the way, when this devil was coming out with Kool-Aid juice. It was restrictions that came without, by not having it. Whether you couldn't actually work or you couldn't enter in certain establishments, but it was also loopholes as well. It was certain loopholes you can get around. Certain stores weren't honoring it. It was certain spots that said fuck that. But when it comes down to that Karama and when it's put in law, when they put it out there, when they put it on wax. In paper, ain't no way around it. That's when the line gonna be drawn in the sand. You know, it said, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See, and that's reality, man. We actually seeing, you know, these things manifesting. Let's get this in the book of Psalms 21. Psalm 21 and verse 11, it reads, "For they intended evil against thee." So this is pre-planned. The devil, he had these things in the work. And has been centuries in the making. From this nigga ran through all these presidents and governors and senators. He came these different events from these false flags attacks from 9/11 that brought forth the Patriot Act. Certain shit brought forth certain laws. This nigga pitching convenience and shit to try to lure you in. But it's all the results is evil. Especially to Jake, you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Natives. Because it ultimately is coming down to the birthright. Why you think this nigga came up with this device? This is what he think is going to solve the problem. It says, "For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform." See, and that mischievous device is go to his, his new world order and the evilness that come with it. The different plans and schemes, because that word device goes into a plan or a plot, usually in an evil manner. And but guess what? That device, those plans, those plots, those schemes, those evil plans, plots, and schemes are going to actually lead to a literal device. See, Esau is corn on all levels, man. Like it's going to be a spiritual MOTV. No. You worshiping the image, following the way out to this system, the way of the so-called white man, your allegiance is going to be cemented by you physically taking that thing, man. Well, they said they imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. So that mischievous device is that thing, man. But they said they're not going to be able to perform it. Why? Because, number one, this truth, man. It's fun. This man playing. People are catching on to it. Just going back, the Russell Brand guy. Whether he was being comedic or, because they threw it out there. The comedian said, and he was mocking the payment system, like just to take it light. That's not the case, though. It's going to come to naught because people know now. You see, what else could it be? This man going hard body concerning biometric, transhumanism. And what else could it be, man? Psalm 33 and 10, it reads, "The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect." See? So the devices, the counsel of the devil is just his new world order. And he's trying to cement it by giving everybody that thing. It's going to come to naught, man. Because this truth is breaking all that shit up, man. And it tells you when he's about to feel his belly, that's when the Lord going to rain upon him. So that shows you that's that time of tribulation. That's why it says immediately after the tribulation, that's when the Lord's going to rain upon him, fire and brimstone, man. But, hey, it's happening, man. So, yeah, I just hold it with edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, season word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA, Bible Paul. Soon, very soon.